All right. Now that it's been almost a whole year since the release of the Blazar's REMUS original set, I got the chance to play with it. In fact, when the lenses came, I jumped on the opportunity to use them on Hush, a short film I was producing and co-directing. The Blazar REMUS are a groundbreaking 1.5 times full-frame anamorphic set, which delivers on many, if not most, traits that should be standard for cinema lenses. First of all, they have a consistent squeeze through the focus range, meaning no madness in figuring out the squeeze of a close-up versus an establishing shot. Second, they feature gears on both focus and iris rings, and operation is smooth. Focus comes down to around 70 centimeters or just under 2'4" on all lenses. And considering their size differences, I am guessing this is a variable diopter system in which the difference for minimum focus comes from the difference in sizes of the lenses themselves. On that note, the lenses are quite similar in size and weight, similar but not identical. The 45mm is the shortest and lightest at 720 grams or 1.6 pounds. And they get slightly bigger and heavier as we move towards the 100mm, which weighs 800 grams or 1.76 pounds. Focus throw covers 150 degrees for decent accuracy over the focus marks, which are much more spaced at close focus and packed together as we get to infinity. That's going to be the next upgrade I'll want to see, better spacing of focus distances. But I understand that it is a complex mechanical issue. All of the lenses feature 80mm outer diameter for clip-on matte boxes or filters, and 77mm threads for screw-on filters. Maximum aperture varies across the set, with the 45 and 65mm faster at T2, while the 85 and 100mm sit a stop slower at T2.8. I must say, T2 45mm full frame, 1.5 times anamorphic at this size and price is quite a technical achievement, but it doesn't come free of drawbacks. The 3-lens set with 45, 65, and 100mm sells for $2,800, with each individual lens coming at $1,000. It's not chump change, but hey, we have come a long way from $40,000 anamorphic options prior to 2016. I'd say these are pretty affordable, and at that price range, Blazar is aiming for owner-operators rather than rental houses. By getting the whole set, you also get this very bright orange case, which will make sure you will never miss the lens case whenever moving it on set. When it comes to sharpness, make sure these are shimmed to perfection, as the difference in performance will be noticeable. The 45 and 65mm at T2 display a lot more softness wide open, which gets better as you stop them down. For the short we made, we were mostly between T2.8 and T4 and didn't have issues with resolution. There is a general downgrade in performance as we move to the corners on the faster stops though. When it comes to the full frame coverage aspect, I can tell Blazar is cutting it close here. The 45mm has a lot of edge distortion, and that's a bit improved because of the lesser 1.5 times squeeze instead of 2 times. Still, it technically covers full frame. On this set, we get a horizontal field of view equivalent to a 30mm on the 45mm, 43mm on the 65mm, 56mm on the 85mm, and 67mm at 100mm. You can choose flares between silver, like the ones I have, blue, or amber, so take your pick. I like these flares, but I wish they were more fragmented, like Samyang's or generally synchro-focus designs. All in all, these are pretty awesome lenses. I really like the form factor. I feel the look has a bit more personality than the previous offerings in the same price range, but not going completely whack. I love that they are PL mounted and cover full frame, meaning they are compatible with every camera, and all you need is an adapter instead of different lenses for different mounts. The iris ring is a bit too close to the mount for it to be comfortably operated on set, but mid-shot iris bowls are pretty uncommon, so not that big of a deal. Distortion on the 45mm in particular is pretty intense, and it makes me wary of doing any pans with it to avoid feeling like we're in a fishbowl. For this price, plus the frequent sales Blazar puts on, it is hard to deny they are a dope offering in the market. What do you think of the REMUS set? Has anyone watching owned it since the release and has insightful observations to share here in the comments with us? I would love to hear your input. And tell me what you don't like. Manufacturers are always on the lookout for feedback, so if you want to see something improved, be vocal about it. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope you learned something useful today. Chit verhadings, out.